What's going on, everybody? My name is Dark Bliss, and welcome to my gameplay video of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. One thing people don't know about me is I love doing puzzles and I love mysteries. So I'm kind of excited to go ahead and start playing this, and I hope y'all are just as excited to be able to watch me play this game and come through the journey with me. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Looking like the first case we're gonna end up doing is a murder mystery. I guess that's one way to start. They ain't doing nothing small, they don't have us do something big. Well, this one shouldn't be that hard though, because we at least know who did it. So with knowing who did it, at least, we should be able to, it should be an easy case for us. Yeah. To put somebody on the murder trial right off the bat is definitely saying a lot. It says a lot about me. I don't know how it says a lot about my client. Oh, I guess it means that they trust me. Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are, Phoenix. You owe your client a favor. How do you owe somebody your job? He's one of the reasons he became a defense attorney. That doesn't explain how you owe him a job. Well, whoever this is, we're definitely about to help him out. It's over. I think we know who the who the guy is now. His life, everything is all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's it. Death, despair. What? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. No. What? I think he wants to die too, but if that's why would he want to do? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Okay, my first thoughts is why does this man have stars in his eyes while he's crying now? Number two, his name is Butts. His name is Butts. Larry Butts. I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Why would we do that? If we want to defend you, why would we tell him he's guilty? That won't help. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. This is Phoenix's friend, y'all. What's wrong, man? It's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Oh, the girl that got murdered. Who took her away from me? Who did this? Well, we saw who did it. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspaper says it was you. It's kind of funny. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. I don't think murder is a simple case. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy that they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Ha, Butts. My friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. My man is nervous. Y'all see all that sweat coming from him? When something smells, it's usually the butts, though. That's kind of funny. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Yeah, with this case, I can definitely say that. But at the same time, he kind of like putting us up in the situation, saying he guilty and he want to die. He's a good guy at heart. That and I own one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. This is going to be an interesting case, especially for the first case. Alright, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. My man's name is Payne. The defense is ready, Your Honor. He's not ready. You can tell. This is your first trial, is it not? Imagine if the judge's beard was on his head. Like a troll doll. Yes, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Well, that's true. With him being a defendant, yeah. Being a defense attorney. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. I'm more worried about Larry because he kind of jumping to conclusions over here. With the way he acting, that's not gonna help this out. Given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to see if you're ready. Why do I need to take a test before a case though? Yeah, he's nervous. That's not gonna help this out. The test will consist of a few simple questions, answering them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Well, my man's definitely ain't Phoenix, because that's us. Mia Faye is the old girl, and I can't never forget somebody whose last name is Butts. So it's definitely Larry Butts. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial, yes. Tell me what the victim's name is. The victim's name? Nobody mentioned the victim's name yet. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. So we ain't gotta answer this. My man forgot the name. He's drawing a toe. If you read that bad boy cover to cover like you said you did, how did you forget the name? And look at Mia's face. She like, bruh, you joking, right? She like, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. I'm not even sure if he's up to this now. Of course I know the victim's name. I forgot temporary. Look at her face. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Yeah, I feel you, Mia. It's about to be a long case. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Let's do that right now. This is evidence. Check profiles. Mia Faye, that's her. Chief attorney, his boss, a very good defense attorney. Then you got Larry Butts, the defendant in this case, likable guy who's been his friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Cindy Stone is her name, okay. And then this is the product. His name is Winston Payne. Winston Payne. Anyway, the prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Well, they definitely talking about him. So he sucks, and I'm new, basically. We better check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. She is so concerned. Who is the victim in this case? Well, we know that. That's a cinder block. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she wasn't poisoned. She obviously wasn't strangled. We saw what happened. So she got hit with a blunt object. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Alright, trial time, right? You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Yeah, because you sweating just as much as Larry was. Well then, case time? First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this in the evidence. Okay, so we have the statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Okay. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Okay, let's do that right now. So, the attorney badge. No one will believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. I see why. The autopsy report. Time of death is 7:31. Between 4 and 5. Cause of death was loss of blood due to blunt trauma. And then there's the thinker statue. Alright. Easy enough to remember right now. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call his first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Butts. What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution letter, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Knowing Butts from as we've seen him so far, that ain't gonna be too well. Alright, guess we gotta focus. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Excited is an understatement, Phoenix. She looks confident. Wait. Y'all saw that twitch, right? Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Well, damn. Hey, watch it, but he jumped quick. He defensive. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I thought Romeo and Juliet died. Look at Phoenix's face. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. Then were y'all even dating? And his face is twitching still. It does not help. Yeah. Y'all see that, right? Look, the little twitch right there. What's the T? And his face changes so quick. Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dump. Damn. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Damn. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. Damn. What do you mean one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Alright, so the victim apparently arrived home from Paris July 30th before the murder? Okay. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Okay. Dude. No way. His face in the disbelief. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? He don't know what a sugar daddy is. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used to support her lifestyle. Dude, bro, my man is clueless. We can clearly see what kind of woman this is, Mr. Stone. I mean, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Well, damn. I mean, he's a bit of an ass, but he's not wrong. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Oh, hey, Nia. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. That's an understatement. We seeing that. Should I? We're not gonna wait and see what happens. Let's stop him from answering right now. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. See, now he's sweating. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. No, stop talking. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. There you go with that again. We don't need him doing that. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Agreed. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. This is not looking good. Yeah, it is not. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Sir, that is a yes or no question. You on trial right now. That doesn't help. Oh, he went. Yeah, he went. What do I do? Have him answer anything, stop him from answering. Go ahead and answer that. I know. I send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. I don't think that helped. Well, Mr. Butts, dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Okay, so it did help. What? Your Honor, the defendant is lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. That simplifies matters. Who's a witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. He don't look confident no more. But if he ain't lying, then he should... Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call us witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. I thought that would have helped. Because since he's saying he's lying and he got a witness, watch it be that one dude. The dude that was in that suit earlier. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank... How the hell you say that? Saw it? Mr. Frank saw it? Frank saw it. To the stand. I'm just gonna call him Frank. Mr. Saw it. Mr. Frank. You sell newspaper subscriptions to... This is correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. He looks sus. Mr. Frank, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I can give it a shot and call him Saw it. If that is how you say it. I'm probably butchering that name, but I give it a shot. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange. That sentence doesn't flow off the tongue right. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Something don't add up about that. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. The time seemed kind of weird too. Because the autopsy did say that she died between 4 and 5. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Didn't we have him tell the truth though? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout? I know, right? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones don't function normally. What? The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. He used a park phone. Okay, I'm confused now. Your Honor, I have the record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Okay. Electricity to Mr. Stone building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So, between 6 hours, the power was out. She died between 4 and 5, but he said that it happened at 1 o'clock. So, he's obviously lying. You may begin your cross-examination. You don't know what a cross-examination is, Phoenix? Alright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Look how serious me is, though. Why, you exposed the lies and the testimony the witnesses gave. Yeah, we saw definitely one glaring glider. What, he was lying? Yeah, he was lying. Your client is innocent, right? Yeah, he is. Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Nah, we've seen the video, so he didn't do it. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then once you find the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Rub it in his face. That's petty, but I like it. Okay. Open the court record with R1 and present out the contradictions in the testimony. So, the main thing is this autopsy right here. Because he said that this happened at 1 o'clock, at 1 p.m., but she died at between 4 and 5. So, that's what we gonna definitely hit him on right there. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay, ain't nothing to say about that. I thought it must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Okay. Thinking gets strange. That sentence still doesn't roll up the tongue right. Thinking gets strange. I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her laying there, a woman not moving, dead. Let me question it. Are you sure she was dead? No, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Yeah? Very well. What else? What happened next? I cried and fight and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. Wait. How did he know the phone wasn't working if he couldn't go inside? Okay, hold on. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. It wasn't working. It wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and using that to call. Okay, I guess. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I don't remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran, without a doubt, was that man sitting. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with the R1 button. If something strikes you, be suspicious. Then find the evidence that contradicts the testimony and present it to the court. Well, we already found what it was. So let's go ahead and expose this man. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? No, 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 no. Here it is. Where's the autopsy? Expose him. You found the body at 1 p.m. Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Okay. Frankly, I find it hard to believe. Yeah? Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report, because she died between 4 and 5. The autopsy notes that the time of death at some time at after 4 p.m. There is nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Look how confident Phoenix got now. Got him. Oh, that? Yeah, that. Wait, what you want to say? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. But he said, I remember the time clearly. He said it was clearly 1 p.m. After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Thank you, Judge. Judge on my side. Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Yeah, get him. Well, that's a really good question. A good question indeed. Way to put him on the spot. You ain't gotta look so serious at me. We got some points. That's all you have to do. Point on contradictions. That's easy enough. Lies always beget more lies. She threw one and the whole story falls apart. This is why you tell the truth, people. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? What you gotta say now? Witness testimony about the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Coming from the television. You said that the power was out though, and there's a whatchamacallit. There's a report about the blackout. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Nah, you lying. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the tape program. You may cross-examine the witness. Alright. Oh yes, I definitely know what to do. I got this. No, we got this one. We ain't even got to press on nothing. We know exactly what a contradiction is. Yep, past that. It's probably coming from the television. But what you forgot? This right here. The building was up from 6 to noon because it was a blackout. So we about to expose you. Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. Exactly. And this record proves it. Look how he just flips the paper though. Like, yeah, you see this right here? Got him. Look at him sweating. You couldn't have heard the television or video. Exactly. Got him. Ah, well, yeah. The defense has a point. Yeah, look, the judge still on my side. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. He doesn't have an explanation. He finds it quite puzzling himself. Funny, huh? I remember now. Now you remember. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant contradicting corrections are harming your credibility. He doesn't have credibility. That you seem rather distraught. That's an understatement. It must have been a shock of finding the body. Let's hear your testimony once more. Yeah, what lie you gonna tell us now? Testimony of hearing the time? What you got? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. How? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I didn't see a table clock in the little picture that they showed. Did y'all? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. But the murder weapon was the statue. Oh, we about to expose you. That must have been what I saw. You about to see yourself getting exposed. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Nah. Come on, Judge. You can't be that clueless now. A table clock. Let's press on that, just to make sure. A table clock? Was there a table clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Then why didn't you say that earlier? Useless. He had a murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. So, you're saying this right here is a clock, huh? Alright, let's talk about that. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Yep. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Good question. You with your objections, your evidence, this is who do you think you are? He's a defense attorney, sir. Why are you getting so... Okay. Just answer the question. Ha, Mr. Saw it. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. It's a statue. Your Honor, if I may. He's nervous too. He ain't saying nothing this entire time. Yes, Mr. Tang. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. How? The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, you just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. Oh, really? As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. What kind of crap is that? So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yeah, he said you gotta tilt the neck for that bad boy to tell the time. If he heard the time, you gotta tilt the neck to do it. The clock ain't just gonna sit over there and be like, yep, it's this. So, Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. See, now I didn't say all that now. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment, which is also true. Clearly a contradiction. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment, obviously. He went inside the apartment the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. Okay. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Oh, that's the back of his head squared. Order in the court. Mr. Sawed. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. You did say it was 1 p.m. What? What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Bro, look at his face, bro. My man is definitely on edge. Did both his eyes not blink at the same? His eyes ain't blinking at the same time. That's kind of creepy. Y'all see that? Did you strike the victim with the clock? He can't even get a sentence up. Huh? What? Bruh, my man just threw his hair. He threw his hair at Phoenix. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. I mean, that's what he wants, but no, we can't do that. We got a job to do, sir. The back of his head is so square. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. You sweating though, so you know something. You know some bull. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. The sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear. If you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. Ask the neighbors? Well, we can eliminate that one. Examine the clock's batteries. Examine the clock's batteries will not tell if it would make the noise or not. Because the clock can run on batteries and not make a noise. So the only one that makes sense is try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock here, now in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen carefully. Oh, there it is. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So you heard the clock. What are your conclusions? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ooh, that's a 3-hour gap. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw heard and the actual time of death. So Mr. Saw, bruh, his forehead and them 4 little strands of hair. Try to talk your way out of this one. What you got? You forgot one thing. What did you possibly have? And why is Phoenix nervous about it? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. How am I supposed to do that? Yeah. I was so for damn. Yeah, I feel for you, Phoenix. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Sadness. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw it. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You take your hair off, you throw it in Phoenix's face, you huffing and puffing, you don't loosen up your tie, took your top button off, you look a mess. You treat me like a criminal. Well, you are a criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Okay, that wasn't very nice. There's nothing I can do about it now. It can't end like that, though. Oh, I was right. Not so... Oh, me? She yelling, too. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Yeah, how am I supposed to prove that? Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. See, you don't even know how. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was running 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason. You have your proof. Right? Really? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock could be running 3 hours slow? Why would the clock be running 3 hours slow? Oh, would it be running 3 hours slow? The only thing I can think of is the time zones. That's the only thing I can think of is time zones. So with that being said, I'm thinking hard about this too. The time zone difference between, I don't even know the time zone difference off the top of my head. But that's the only thing, that's my only thing I can think of is the time zone. So I'm gonna guess yes. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Please find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ah, tough words. Let me see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves that the clock was running slow. Yeah, how are we gonna do that? The only thing I can think of is the time zone difference thing, but I don't know the exact hours between where we are and Paris. Or is it Japan's time in Paris? Because this game is... they are in Japan. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. And the tinker's right there. Let's see. The attorney badge won't show literally nothing. The autopsy report, we've already used that, and that won't tell nothing about the time. Blackout record tells about when the blackout took place, of course. The thinker is only telling the time, and we've used that quite a couple of times. The only thing we haven't used here is the passport. That's the only thing I think we could use to save this case. Let's give it a shot. The victim had just returned home from aboard the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. I didn't know that. I do now. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 p.m. the next day is there. I don't know if they're talking about between America or Japan, but either way, the clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. That's still 12 hours. Yeah, I probably explained it. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sword? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, okay. That was corny. Is he good? No, he's not good. Okay. This case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Yeah, I didn't expect my man to pass out. Your witness, what happened to him? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Yeah, because he did it. Did they wake him up or did they just arrest him while he was foaming at the mouth and everything? That's my question. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Yeah, I can agree. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, show me not guilty. Hey. And with that, this court is adjourned. We did it. It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. Are they actually showing what happened? He posed as newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. On that day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. So Larry told the truth about that. After he left, Mr. Saw let himself in and do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and did the dirty work. Still can't believe we won. Yeah, that was kind of close. I owe it all to you. I can agree. She gave us a little push at the end. You fought your own battle for the most. Yeah, we fought our own battle for the most part. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen a chief look this happy. Well, she was serious in the entire time in the place, so she's like that. Usually, I can understand why. And she's just glad. Imagine how Larry feels. There you go. There he is with the stars in his eyes again. My life is over. Bro, we won the case. You're supposed to be happy. Yeah, you're supposed to be happy. We won. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Sir. Good. Wait, no. I mean bad. Bad. Super bad. You're innocent. The case is closed. Yeah, so what's wrong with him? But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. That is sad. Larry, she was a... Congratulations, Harry. His name is Larry, though. Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts in the... Harry Butts. Okay, that's enough butts puns. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Trying to take on a date? Hey, I was the one that got you off the hook. This is true. Oh, hey, here, take this. It's a present. Oh, he's giving it to her. He's giving her the murder weapon. Why would he give her the murder weapon? Actually, I made this clock for her. Oh, he made 2 clocks? You made this? Well, thank you. I keep it as a memento. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. I mean, bruh. We kind of saw inside the courtroom you was kind of clueless as to what was going on. So, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm not gonna say that. Does that make you just want to cry? No. Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you ain't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. I'm not just sympathizing. Isn't that right? I don't like that. Isn't that right? I will never get used to that. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? We do? What the heck is she talking about? Well, it ain't my badge. It ain't the autopsy. It ain't her passport. It ain't the blackout record. It's gotta be something. I'm guessing it's a statue? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. I mean, yeah, if you can kill somebody with that thing, we'll make of it what you will. Make of it what you will. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Words of wisdom from Mia. I think our work here is done. I think so too. How about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Innocent butts. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why he became a lawyer is because of him. Yeah, what is that about? Yeah, part at least. Yeah, you can tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over some drink. So you're not gonna tell us about it now? That sucks. And so my first trial came through close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us." Unless he count the clock he gave me. My man's got defended for free. That's kind of funny. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. That's why the music just stopped playing. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Huh? The end. Oh. Well, that should about do it for this first video, for the first episode. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty fun. I had fun. It was interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The end of it, I was confused. I didn't know what the answer was gonna be for that last one. So, thinking outside the box. I didn't even think outside the box. I was just like, that's the one piece of evidence that we didn't use throughout the entire thing. So I guess you can say I lucked out, but I don't think it's gonna be like that all the time. This first one was pretty easy. Like that went by pretty smooth. So hopefully these next ones are a little more challenging. And I'm looking forward to these next ones. I'm looking forward to making more videos and continuing doing these Ace Attorney videos for you all. And I'm hoping that you all enjoy the content and that you will be here for the next video that I do. Again, my name is Dark Bliss, and thank you for coming out to watch me play Ace Attorney. Till next time.